Balik tayo dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. And again, the High Flyers taking a 2-1 lead after taking set number 3, 25-20. And I thought they did a great job in maintaining a safe cushion, a comfortable cushion all throughout that set, with the exception, of course, of towards the latter part when they were trying to close out. But all in all, maganda yung naging pag-maintain nila dun sa kanilang lead all throughout.
Tama ka dyan. And, this was a matter of those, yung mga paisa-isang error na nakita natin at the latter part of the set. Yun nga, yung sakit na kailangan ma-overcome ng High Flyers. It's really about the end game, but nonetheless, they got that set. I think for the Navy Lady Oragons, ang kailangan nilang bantayan, ang kailangan nilang trabahuhin coming into the fourth set would be their defense and their first ball. Yun dun sila nawala eh. A lot of the hits coming from the High Flyers, hindi nila nasa-save, hindi nila nakukuha, and that turns out to be a point.
So let's see if they can stay alive here. An unfamiliar situation for them. Probably their first adversity of the season, being down 2-1 against the High Flyers. But Macy Euben, again, scoring 17 points in total in this game. That's Roundtree scoring as usual. But I feel like it was Jerry Malabanan who really made the difference in that set number 3. 7 points para sa kanya. At siya talaga yung pumatay dun sa Navy Lady Oragons.
Definitely, just when they needed to score the points, and that's why they actually had 20 attack points as opposed to only 14 for the Navy Lady Oragon. So all in all, much better performance. Nawala lang ng konti yung kanilang blocking. But nonetheless, the number of attacks that they scored more than made up for that loss. And the opponent's errors, good job to both teams actually, dahil kahit pa paano, no, they were able to trim it down. High Flyers with 5, Navy Lady Oragons with 3. But still, ito, panibagong set, panibagong laro yung makikita natin sa dalawang teams. Let's see kung anong adjustments yung gagawin nila.
And set number 4 here. The Navy Lady Oragons looking to stay alive. High Flyers, on the other hand, looking to take this match. And we are live here in the Batangas City Sports Coliseum for more volleyball action this weekend. This is our first game of a doubleheader. So let's see what the call will be here. So Seth Domingo will start set number 4. Macy Euben.
Outside hit.
Siya naman yung napasobra yung palo doon.
No check on that one.
First point goes again to the High Flyers. 4th straight time this has happened in this game. Domingo, straight to the net, just too soft on the serve. This is Lauren White, hailing from George Washington University, 27 years old, standing 6'1". Malabanan! Straight to the blockers there. A kill block here. I think that was from Jello Kim. Oh, that was off Macy Euben.
He loved that point. Sabi niya, nakarami na raw kaninang in the previous set.
Malabanan.
Oh.
Closing the door there. Serafika. Bombita. Tabor, bibigay dito kay Urdas. White pops it up. Serafika. Euben with a push. Pantone with a save. Malabanan. Oh, sees the open spot. Ang bilis ng bawi nito ni Jerry Lee Malabanan.
I'm sure Coach Roger is hoping to see the same aggressiveness from Malabanan, hoping that carries over to this set.
8 points in total para dito kay Jerry Lee Malabanan. Unsuccessful on the previous try. Inubukan niya ulit, this time with a different attack. Serafika, Bombita, who has been quiet in this game. Euben, tried for that angle push again, but it did not get through. Kulangan sa height gun si Macy Euben. 3-2 lead by the High Flyers. Nabor still serving for them. Serafica. The push by Lauren White. Pantone. Back to Ordaz here. White with great defense there. But that is out. Coming from Lauren White.
Hopefully, I'm sure, ang inaasahan na for the Navy Lady Oragons, yung same pattern that we saw in the previous set where they allowed the High Flyers to take on such a big lead.
Oh, but speaking of, that's a service ace coming from Jasmine Dabor. At aakyat ang lamang ng High Flyers sa 3 puntos dito. Icar could not get to the ball. Lauren White. Serafica. Euben. And Macy Euben scoring her 18th point of the game.
Now serving number 6, Angela Piquet.
That's a great down the line finish coming from Macy Euben. Very close, but nonetheless she scores. Ordaz. Bombita keeps it alive. Euben. Ordaz kept alive by Roundtree. This is a free ball for Navy. Euben, strikes again, same side.
Down the line.
Ito pa rin yung pinupuntahan dito. 19 points now for Macy Euben. And Jello Kim will serve it up as they attend to a wet spot here. Bali Purest Water Defenders getting ready for our next game. Again, ang makakalaban po nila, ang Tacloban Flying Morais, Egia, Nabor, Malabanan. That was Egia again with yet another kill block.
I think this time, Nabor has to also think their plays. Dahil Malabanan was very effective. But of course, it will come to a point where things will become predictable.
Yes. So na-check na siya dito, but Malabanan. That was a quick answer to your comment, Anne.
Not predictable at all.
Yep.
But I think one good takeout from that is habang nabablock siya, itong si Nabor allowed her to actually regain back her confidence, allowing her to get that point.
Kumbaga, allowing her players na bumawi, makuha ulit yung kumpiyansa as we now go to Roxanne Monte Alegre for her report. Rox?
Martin and Anne, you've been talking about Jerry Malabanan and also Jasmine Nabor, who have been proving themselves in the last 2 sets. But if there's anyone who spells fearless, that would be Aiko Ordaz. But this is actually fueled by her greatest fear, which is disappointing coach Roger Gorayev. That's why she said that if their goal in every game is not just to win, but to win the right way. But for the other side of the court, where you can see Lauren White and Macy Euben showing that the job isn't done yet for them, they said that their goal is not just to bring another level of play in the game, but also to continue motivating and encouraging their teammates para rin, sabi nila, to prove that they are not just there for their team, but also for them to also encourage and make them enjoy every minute of the game. Martin and Anne.
Thank you so much, Rox. And that's actually a good fear to have if you're Aiko Ordaz, fear of disappointing Coach Roger Gorayev. That will definitely fuel your performance game after game. We head here to our first technical timeout of set number 4. High Flyers up by 2. Balik tayo dito sa Premier Volleyball League live on SNA. And again, electrify your summer shopping experience at the Trinoma Greenlight Sale happening today and tomorrow. Enjoy great deals from participating brands and get a chance to win exciting summer getaways from Skyjet, Seda Vertis North, and Sandbox Alviera, happening from May 18th to 20. That is this weekend already at Trinoma. Going back to this game, High Flyers with a 2-point lead. Live inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Again, Nagsisimula pa lang po ang action natin this weekend here in Batangas City. High Flyers, Navy Lady Oragons for our first game. Second game naman po natin right after this. Gonna be the Purest Water Defenders NU against the Tacloban Fighting Warais. But right now, the High Flyers again continues to build. They continue to build this lead. Now stands at 3 points, 9-6. Urdas with a strong hit. Seth Domingo scoring the point.
Actually, now coming to life. She's been quiet. We haven't mentioned her in a while. But really making her presence felt.
Buhay na dito si Seth Domingo. Pero si Trinity Hanley naman, super palo si Sullivan. Pang malakasan daw talaga yung laro dito sa PVL on ABS-CBN. That's right. And Shelby Sullivan actually doing a nice job in bouncing back from her slump. Samantala, Starcam naman daw mula dito, or ilagay natin siyan kay legendary libero na si Lizzie Ann Pantone. Idol daw siya ni Nad Robles. Galing naman dito kay Rui. Ganda ng laban, lalakas daw ng palo. Talagang sagutan, balikan ng puntos to two equally good teams here in the PVL. At si Ronald D. Mangkoy, this guy looks familiar. Watching PVL on tour while celebrating my Mama Emma Mangkoy's birthday. Happy birthday to your mom. Happy birthday. I hope you guys are enjoying the action. Again, we are live from the Batangas Sports City, or Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Ligtad ko pa yan. All throughout the weekend. Lauren White with a lot of power, saved by Pantone. Isa pa para kay White. This time she puts it down.
Binabanggit ng ating viewers, no? Pang malakasan yung palo. Actually, totoo yan. And if you are watching them live in action, yung tunog pa lang, yung tunog ng bola upon contact, upon landing on the floor.
Yeah. Malalaman mo na kung gaano kabibigat pumalo yung mga manlalaro natin dito. And another one, that's long, coming from Lauren White. Navy Lady Oragons here, trimming the lead down to 2. Eguia with a service error.
12-9.
Back to a 3-point lead. This is Tess Roundtree serving now. Played Principia in college, hailing from Elsa, Illinois, is Tess Roundtree. Lauren White, Serafica, pinigay dito kay Macy Eubank. She's been quiet, but that's a good way to re-announce her presence here in this game.
And you see it on their faces. They really mean business.
Yes.
And this is a very important set.
No one's smiling.
Oo, walang tumatawa. Even when they get the points in,
seryoso pa rin sila.
Seryoso.
And nabanggit mo kanina, nabubuhay dito sa set number 4, Seth Domingo, scoring on that middle attack. Kung nung set number 3 si Jerry Lee Malabana nang binuhay nila, ngayon naman Seth Domingo piling up the points for the High Flyers. Serafica, Macy Eubank, this time from the other side. Serafica, Lauren White, saved by Roundtree. Domingo keeps it alive. This is a chance ball for Navy. Oh, Macy Eubank, too strong, too powerful.
Look at that hit. And she found that space in between the blockers.
And you kind of feel for the defense or the defensive player of the other team.
Kind of hope, makatulong ng konti blocking to deflect the ball. But, ganun talaga.
Ganun talaga. Minsan, nauhuli, diretso sa'yo.
Unfortunately, in that instance, sa sobrang bilis, sobrang lakas ng bola, they were unable to pick it up.
So 13-11 again, the Navy Lady Oragons just or keeping themselves in striking distance here as Sullivan attacks. They go back to Eubank, saved by Roundtree, free ball here. Euben again. That goes wide for Macy Euben. That's a point for the High Flyers. At nagpalit na ng libero dito si Coach Egay Rusit. Entering Fortuno in this game, and a service error coming this time from the High Flyers.
Whenever Coach Roger coaches a team, palagi kong pinapanood ko ano yung reaction niya sa sideline.
Tells you his mood in this game. And so far, they have the 2-point lead here. A chance to close out. Oh, now only one. Ngayon, mas makikita natin siguro yung frustration niya dyan sa mukha ni Coach Roger Gurayev.
Coach Roger is a perfectionist. So if meron siyang, even if they win a game, they win a set, kung hindi siya satisfied with the way his team has actually played, he really
calls them out. Yeah, that's true. This is Pantone. Oh, hindi umabot doon. At hindi na rin inabutan yun ni Aiko Urdas. So Navy, wow, tying things up here. 14 apiece here in set number 4, refusing to give up in this game. That's a nice serve by Kim. Urdas straight to the blockers and in.
Urdas gets through the block.
Pumawi naman dito ang High Flyers.
After that point, it's really nice to see how the imports were really cheering on the local players.
Yeah.
I heard Sullivan say, nice one. Ano yan maganda rin to the confidence of the other team members.
And Sullivan has actually been a good motivator. You see her cheering on, motivating her team, talking to her teammates constantly here in this game. Sa malabanan, that is wide, and yet another service error here coming from the High Flyers, and that one's crucial because that ties our game again, or our set at 15. Euben diretso kay Pantone. Back set Nabor. Sullivan with a push. Kept alive by Navy. Nabor. Roundtree. Oh, stopped on the attack there. Urdas will try. Serafika. Fortuno. Binigay kay Euben, who sees the open spot again. Macy Euben sends us to our second technical timeout here in set number 4 with her team up by 1. And again, coming up for our second game today, the Purest Water Defenders and NU getting ready as they face the Tacloban Fighting Warais, a team comprising mostly of that champion NU team or high school team ng NU, and the Tacloban Fighting Warais having fun. Again, our second game of this doubleheader. Beautiful Saturday here inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. But we're not yet done with the first game though. And this is turning out to be an exciting one as well. 1 point lead for Navy. Euben!
It was a check.
Yeah, they call it a check ball. So again, Navy coming from behind and taking the 2-point lead. Oh, that definitely hit.
It was. But Euben really carrying the load here for the Navy team.
Oh, siya lang yung pinupuntahan dito.
And he's already in this set, 9 points.
Wow.
The next one will be white with the 2. So I think it's importante for the Navy Lady Oragons ay makahanap sila nung sino pang mag-score ng points for the team. It can't only be one player.
And Euben with a total of 25 points. Oh, miscommunication there. And that's a point for the Navy Lady Oragons.
Roger just shaking his head right now. Anong nangyayari?
That was Grace Bombita with the effort, and Raterta serving now for Navy. They hold the 2-point lead, 18-16. Sa kabila, pinasok na ni Coach Roger Gurayev, si Lady Beast, Gretzel Sotones. Nabor, Roundtree. Oh, saved by White there. Ball still alive, Seth Domingo. Roundtree with a push. Nice save by White. They will send it across, Pantone. Nabor sets up Domingo. Domingo unsuccessful with a push. Here comes Macy Euben again. Powerful hit. Saved by the High Flyers. Great defense there by Nabor.
Oh, a check.
And that's the supporting cast you've been looking for, Anne. At point coming from Lauren White. 3-point lead now for Coach Egay Rusid's team.
Happened to us already. You're just looking at the ball. Tingnan mo yung kamay nung Blackhead. 2 beses nang chumik, nakatingin ka lang sa ball. Huwag kayo masyadong gusto kasi nyo patayin na kaagad sa isang paluan lang na everybody is watching during defense. We cannot allow our teammate to get the ball. If we can get it at once. Huwag nyo nang hintayin yung teammate nyo ang kukuha. Then everybody is just watching. You are out of focus Check na yung bola, nakaganon lang. Hindi mo makita, lumipad yung bola, di ba? Hindi kasi kayo nagsasalita dun sa loob Anong mangyayari sa inyo? Di ba?
All right, High Flyers for a change now finds themselves down by 3 points, 19-16, and the grit of Navy Lady Oragons just very apparent here in set number 4. Ayaw kumulas dito sa ating laro. Pantone, Domingo straight to the blockers.
Right now, nothing on the side of the High Flyers seem to be working.
Ito, great coverage once again. That time it was Lauren White with the kill block. 4-point lead for Navy. Raterta with a nice serve. And a service ace for her. Diniretso na yun kay Jerry Malabanan. And all smiles here coming from Raterta. Pantone. Nabor, bibigay dito kay Roundtree. Straight again to that double coverage. Soltones gets it through. And the Lady Beast announces her entry here in the game with that point.
For PayMaya and heads over to serve.
That every second, every minute you spend on the floor, very important yan ang mindset ni Lady Beast.
Gotta make every second count. Oh, Roundtree this time.
Powers it down the line.
Down the line finish from her.
PayMaya looking for a comeback. They are down by 3.
And if you're Jasmine Dabor,
Soltones still serving.
ang dami mong pwedeng puntahan dito. Daming weapon ng High Flyers. Serafika. White with a push. That came up short. So 3 straight points
Ball by the Navy Lady
for the High Flyers. Napatimeout naman dito si Coach Egay.
Kailangan niya mag-receive para ma-deliver ni King yung bola. Patapos na natin yan, no? 4 na lang, ha? Tuloy-tuloy tayo, ha? Sige, receive. Okay, una bahala, ha?
Big focus here, guys. Big focus. All right, we side this out right now, guys. Let's go. We can do this. Hey, Navy! Oragons!
And Navy close it out here in set number 4 and stay alive in this game. Force it to a set number 5. Yan po ang ating aatabayanan dito. But their lead is down to 2 points. After it being as high as 5 earlier, I think 21-16 was our score. Soltones. Lauren White scores from the other side and breaks the dry spell here for Navy.
Definitely looking at extending this game into a 5-setter. Seems like it. They've been very consistent here in the 4th set.
Roundtree. Straight to Raterta. Raterta keeps it alive. Roundtree again! The explosion there by Tess Roundtree.
You just heard the entire Coliseum react to that hit.
That happened rather right in front of us, kaya rinig na rinig natin yung palo at yung bounce ng bola doon. Oh, and a service ace to follow up that point by Tess Roundtree.
Is this the end game that Coach Roger wants to see from his players?
And they complete the comeback here in set number 4. Roundtree again. Oh, and a poor reception by White. Back-to-back service aces from Tess Roundtree.
Solid serve. That was a great floater, making it very difficult for the receivers.
And Tess Roundtree, just an excellent performer in the clutch. 19 points from her, reaching her average here. Nabor sends it across. Here comes White. Diretso yun sa blocker. Serafika keeps it alive. Oh. And the High Flyers are back on top by 1.
And just like that,
wow, what a comeback here from the High Flyers. Macy Euben just sending that one short.
Recover natin para makuha natin. Recover. Last 3 points. Recover. Ha? Sipan tayo para makapensa tayo.
One deep breath. Let's go.
Let's go,
guys.
Get. Go.
We tie it up. Let's go. Oragons. Let's go.
23-22. And again, the High Flyers coming back, taking the lead again. And they're now 2 points away from taking this match. That's the dad of ADB's Gretzel Soltones, and I think beside her is Alfred Gayosa of the San Sebastian Stags. Serafika, Lauren White. Great coverage here by the High Flyers. Sends the game to match point.
we are now at
Great way to turn around this set.
And a great coverage there. The combination of Seth Domingo and Jasmine Dabor.
Might be some smile.
Yeah. Now we're seeing smiles from the High Flyers. Let's see if they can close it out. This is Tess Roundtree serving. Lauren White. Serafika. Back to White here. Roundtree. Oh, Pantone keeps it alive.
Oh, a net violation.
Again,
called on a net touch violation.
door slightly open now for Navy as they trim the lead down to 1. This was the save from Pantone. Pero na sobrahan lang sa momentum doon si Jerry Malabanan, going straight to the net. Cabriana back in for serving purposes, replacing Peng Serafika.
Crucial play here para sa Navy Lady Oragons. Bawal ang error. Perfect volleyball from this point on.
So titignan natin kung magiging extended set number 4 to. Oh! Kakabanggit mo lang, Ann. They commit a service error to give the game away. Wow. Let's see that again. Cabriana just sending that one wide. And the most costly error for the Navy Lady Oragons.
That will haunt them.
Yep, it will haunt them. But still, it's their second game of the season, so they can learn from those mistakes. But that will definitely haunt them. To end the game, you commit a service error, but nonetheless, a great performance here by the High Flyers, completing the comeback in set number 4, taking it 25-23. When we return, we will meet our player of the game and we'll take a look at the highlights and stats of the entire match. Your PVL on SNA. We'll be right back. And we're back inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Again, live and exclusive coverage of the Premier Volleyball League. At kakatapos lang po ng ating unang laban on a doubleheader here on Saturday. Again, High Flyers taking the game away from the Navy Lady Oragons in that fourth set. Again, ang naging puntos natin doon, ang huling puntos para dito sa Navy ay yung service error na talagang nagbigay ng laro dun sa High Flyers.
Tama ka dyan. But nonetheless, if we take a look back at the game, lahat naman ng sets na nilaro nila, nothing below the score of 20. So,
yes.
Nahirapan din naman ang PayMaya High Flyers to get this win today.
4 very close sets played here to begin this volleyball weekend inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Again, High Flyers taking this in 4 sets. 25-23 ang ating score nung set number 4. And right now, let's go to our best player of the game, topping her team in scoring for the 4th straight time here in our reinforced conference. Our best player of the game is with Roxanne Montealegre.
Yes, Martin, 24 points ang nagawa niya para sa larong ito. We have Tess Roundtree, of course, with the High Flyers. First of all, congratulations, Tess. And what did you focus on in the crucial last minutes of the game?
I think it was just important to keep the ball flying and to keep the ball in play and not make as many errors, but just to keep working hard and that competitive drive, pushing you to play your best.
How did you prepare especially for this match?
I think it was mostly working on recovery from last weekend. We had a bit of a travel and tough games. So this week it was just mostly thinking about recovery and getting back to our, comfortable basics and preparing for today.
So you can breathe. So far, how is it playing for you here in the Philippines?
The Philippines have been so much fun so far. Everyone has been so friendly and helping us, find our way and take us to all these cool locations and all the best restaurants. And, I think the Filipinos have such a great passion and they have been so great to be with on the court.
And right now we also have a fan right here beside you, Roseanne. You have a question for Tess?
Yes. Hi, I'm Roseanne. And my question is, what is your next strategy on your next game?
Every game, is a good learning point to get better. And I think next game it'll be working on our combinations as a team. We're still working to improve those. But yeah, I think that is so far the goal. And, just pushing those points and serving and attacking.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck on your next game.
Yes, thank you. And also congratulations to the team of Coach Roger Gareba. And I'm sure now, Tess, you want to rest after the thrilling 5-setter. So again, congratulations to you and your team. Martin and Anne?
Maraming salamat, Roxanne Montealegre. That is a conference high coming from Tess Roundtree here. 24 big points to pace the High Flyers to their 3rd win of the season. Aakyat po sila sa ating standings. They are now at 3-1. Samantalang ang Navy naman bababa to 1-1 in the season. Again, 4 close sets ang natunghayan natin dito sa ating laro. Any last thoughts on this particular game? It was very competitive all throughout.
Well, very competitive indeed. And I think, this is a good preview or start of this conference. Good preview to para sa mga volleyball fans kung gaano ka ma-action ng ating mga games, yun yung mga susubaybayan nila in the upcoming days.
And po, but coming up next, wag kayong aalis dahil ang kukumpleto sa ating doubleheader on this Saturday, May 19th, 2018, the Purest Water Defenders NU will try to bounce back from their loss against the Navy Lady Oragons. They are going to be up against the Tacloban Fighting Warais. So let's see how that match will turn out this afternoon. Again, second game for today. Working double time here is my partner, Miss Anremulia Kanda. She will be working with Sinjin Reyes later for our second game today. Again, in behalf of our broadcast team here on SNA is Mickey Mirabueno, Carlo Grajo, our panel at large, Roxanne Monte Alegre, my partner here, Miss Anne Remulia Kanda, our producers, Miss Eva De Los Reyes, and of course, our executive producer, Miss Malu Neri, and our director, Direct Raul De Ocampo. This is Martin Javier saying thank you and good afternoon live from the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. And before we go, just a quick shout out, happy 18th birthday to Rufa May Gonzalez and 5th birthday to Mrs. Emma Mangkoy. There you go. We'll be back for our second game today. Again, between the Bali Purest Water Defenders NU and the Tacloban Fighting Warais. Don't you go away. SNA will be right back with the Premier Volleyball League.